All right, we have got another workout with your trainers this morning. We are doing backside, and everything today is going to be 40 seconds. So for that first group, you're going to want that band. We're going to slide that band on up over our knees. We have got two arms followed by a right left on that lower body. So we are going to start with dumbbells can be anywhere. Majority of you are probably going to land in that 10 to 15 pound range for that upper body. You're going to keep those same weights for that lower body. Okay. So our first one, we're just going to bend it over. We're going wide rows. So you're keeping those arms wide on the release. From there, you can set one dumbbell down and take it into an overhead tricep extension. If you need a heavier dumbbell for that, you can go ahead and grab that, or you can pin those two dumbbells together. Okay. Then from there, we're going into those kickstands, banded. We're going to drop over. We've got two dumbbells on that one. All right. We start with that wide row, 40 seconds. We're going through each group 3 times. Right? 3 times, yes?
Yeah.
Ready? And go. 40 seconds on that wide row, making sure that your feet are in a position where you are stretching that band. You want resistance in that lower body as we're pulling and lifting through that upper body. Pull, squeeze, getting that squeeze at the top of that pull, making sure when you release, we're not dropping all the way out. You're staying that micro bend through those elbows. We've got less than 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Going to a single dumbbell. Same thing. You are keeping those feet in a position where you've got resistance through that band. Make sure those knees aren't sinking in. We're pushing those knees open. Lower and lift, taking the head of that weight to that upper back. I like that variation of taking 2 where we're stamping it to that wall in front of us. And then I take 2 and stamp it to the ceiling, just getting that little bit of change through that wrist, which changes that angle on those triceps. 3, 2, 1. We go to that kickstand. 2 dumbbells. We lift heavy here. So you've got tension front to back through those feet. We've also got tension on the side to side, opening up that knee, stretching out that band, holding it for that RDL. Drop it over. We're lifting through that back side of that front leg.
I'm already breathing heavy. It's fine.
I thought it was just because I was talking so much.
No, it's not.
And switch. Opposite foot steps forward. Find that position of that back foot that creates that resistance we talked about. Resistance in the front to back. Resistance in the side to side. Thinking about keeping that core pulled in. Shoulder blades are slightly squeezed together. Less than 10 seconds. And stop. Dumbbells down. You've got about 10 seconds. Then we pick it back up at the top with that wide row. Go ahead and load up. Ready? And go. Full squeeze. Full squeeze. Getting that pause at the top. You don't have to overhinge that upper body. Full squeeze. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze towards that spine. High pull, slow and controlled release. And switch. Down to a single, or you're pinning those two dumbbells together. There's that one where I like the two stamps to the ceiling, two stamps to the wall in front of you. Maintaining distance between those feet, putting that lower body at work while we're focused on that upper body. 2 and 2. Keeping that chin lifted. 3, 2, 1. Second dumbbell. Right into it. That clock stays continuous here. Resistance in that band. Shoulder blades slightly squeezed together. Driving through the back side of that front leg. Squeeze hamstring glute. Lift. Good. Here's your halfway. 10 seconds to go. Then we're going to switch sides. And switch. Opposite foot. Steps back. Keeping those two heavy dumbbells. Find that resistance in that band. And lift. Exhaling as you're standing it up. Try not to hold your breath through the lift.
Can you hear me breathing? I'm breathing so heavy over here.
George is whining at the back door and it's stressing me out. 3, 2, 1, and stop. 15 seconds off. Then we go back through our third and final round.
Ooh.
Starting with that upper body. Wide row. Go ahead and load up. We go in 3, 2, 1. Maintaining that resistance in that band. We pull, squeeze. Lifting through that upper back. Pull, squeeze. Don't overhinge it to where that low back is compromised. We're lifting through that mid, upper back, pull, squeeze. 10 seconds to go. We hold at the top for a short second. And switch. Single dumbbell, resistance in that lower body. Taking it into those triceps.
My body's already shaking. Oh my gosh.
Finish the band work. Punch it to the ceiling for 2 reps. Punch it to that wall in front of you. Lift the back side of that dumbbell for 2 reps. Lift and push the head of that weight for 2 reps. 10 seconds to go. Then we're going to finish out with those RDLs, right, left. And switch. Take it into 2 dumbbells. Banded RDL. Resistance with that band. Loaded resistance with those dumbbells. Lift and squeeze. Good. Couple more reps here. We switch in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 40 seconds to finish out this group. Pull. Squeeze through that back side. You're challenging yourself in the resistance of that band as well as the heavy of that weight. We've got a total lift for that back side today. Lift big. We're done in 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, I gotta go let George out. You can explain it, I'll catch up.
Woo, you guys, lose that band. All right, so that's 1 of 4. We have 4 groups to get to today. It's going to be about a 40-minute workout. FYI, if you didn't see that already on the when you push play. We are pulling that dumbbell out or that bench out next. If you don't have a bench, you can use a chair. Jenny's gonna be demonstrating from that chair. You're gonna need 1 heavy dumbbell. I would say you can go up from that last group. We're doing 2 lower body, and then we'll do a right, left, upper body. So first exercise, you're doing that dumbbell pull through. So lose that band, Jenny. We're doing that dumbbell pull through. So when that dumbbell hits behind those heels and pulling through. Second exercise, you're on that bench. Dumbbell goes to those hips. We are going those hip thrusters. So your chin's gonna be tucked. You lower, you drive up. Drive. Then our right, left arm. You may need to go down and wait for this one. We are going to be on the bench. I'm just going to move my bench for a second. We are doing a row to a kickback. So you're going to row rib cage, kick back into that tricep. Right back and tricep on this third arm, that right, left. All right, starting with that dumbbell pull through. Everything's 40 seconds, 3 rounds. Ready? And go. So again, you're going to want to go heavier than you did in that first group with those arms, since it's one single heavy dumbbell for these 2 lower bodies. We're pulling that dumbbell through. So you're going to shift your hips. Dumbbell, out of that dumbbell hits between those heels. You're going to drive through those heels. You are squeezing all the way to the top. Think about that dumbbell connected to a cable. Engage, squeeze. Engage, squeeze. Nice job. We're not overextending at the top. We're not thrusting forward. Shift those hips. Squeeze. From here, we're going to go to those hip thrusters off that bench or chair and switch. Clock does not stop in this 40 seconds. That mid back hits that bench. We lower. We drive to the top. Chin stays tucked. Eyes stay looking forward. We drop those hips. They come to hover. We drive through, squeeze through those glutes. Do not overextend at the top. Our knees, hips, and shoulders should form that straight line at the top of that thrust. Drive. Lower. Drive, keeping that chin tucked, eyes looking forward. And switch. We drop. We're right into that right row to kick back. So we row, rib cage, kick back into that tricep. Release. So we're not allowing that dumbbell to swing. We find 90. We release. We row, rib cage, squeeze that tricep on that kickback. Slow and controlled. Extend, squeeze. Again, not allowing that dumbbell to get that swing through that release. Squeeze, kick back, and switch. Other side. Holy cow, I am sweating all over my bench. Row, squeeze, kick back, release. Rib cage, tricep. Thinking back, tricep, back to 90, release. Nice job, you guys.
Do you have coffee this morning already?
Yes.
So did I.
And stop. Oh, holy crap. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. We're back to that dumbbell pull through. Load it up. 40 seconds. Ready? And go. We have that dumbbell pull through. So I'm hinging at those hips. Feet are a little wider than hip width apart. That dumbbell hits back side of those heels. We drive through those heels, squeeze through those glutes. Think about that dumbbell connected to a cable. Drive through those heels, squeeze through those glutes every rep. Keeping that core pulled in. From here, we're going to go to those hip thrusters off that bench or that chair in 3, 2, 1. That upper back hits that bench or that chair. You drive. You lower through those hips. You drive those glutes to the top. Drive it. Again, not overextending. That chin stays tucked. You are looking forward at that wall or that space in front of you. Nice job. Squeeze. Lower. Squeeze. 5 seconds. We go into that row to kick back and switch. So lower out of that. Don't try to twist off that bench. We lower that butt. Dumbbell. We row. We kick it back into that tricep. Release. Kick it back. Good. Jenny's on that chair with that row to kick back. I'm on that bench. Find that space. If you have a couch, keeping that core pulled in, shoulders square. And release, other side.
That felt forever.
What?
That one felt forever.
Row to that rib cage. Squeeze through that tricep. Oh, you got this. Core stays pulled in. Do not allow that dumbbell to swing back down. You control the movement. 5 seconds. Row it. Kick it back and stop. Nice job. Left final round. I'm so thankful that we're training every other group.
Every other.
I'm not sure I'd have the breath. All right, load up that heavy dumbbell. Dumbbell pull through. Ready and go. Again, feet are a little wider, thin hip width apart. That dumbbell drops through, hitting right behind those heels. You're squeezing through those glutes to the top. Squeeze through that shake. Keeping those legs nice and long in that soft bend. Nice job. Drive through those heels. Squeezing to the top. 5 seconds. We go to those hip thrusters. And switch. Down for those hip thrusters. That heavy dumbbell is on those hips. We lower. We lift and we squeeze. Again, remembering not to overextend at the top. You find that straight line between those knees, hips, and shoulders. Chin continues to stay tucked. Looking at that space in front of you. Squeeze, 10 seconds. Then we are up for that row to kick back and switch, lower. Roll that dumbbell off to that bench. Clock stays continuous. Little longer transition here. Row it, kick it back. Release. Drive that dumbbell, that rib cage. Kick it back, getting into that tricep squeeze. Slow and controlled through that lift. Three, 2, 1, and switch. Other side. Final 40 on this group. row. Squeeze through that backside, keeping those shoulders square. Row to that rib cage. Extend into that tricep. Ah. Ten seconds, you got this. Keeping that core engaged. And stop. Holy.
Okay, I'm sweating now.
Woo.
Got
Nice
me.
job, you guys.
All right, you've got about 30 seconds off. Grab a quick drink. For that next group, you are going to be on the floor for all 4 exercises. I would say majority of you are going to grab 10 to 12 pounders. If you need to go up or you need to switch between lifts, go ahead and make that adjustment. We are doing those weighted donkey kicks where we're tucking that dumbbell back behind that knee. We lift. We're gonna go, oops, that's exercises 3 and 4. That's 3 and 4. Exercise 1, you're gonna put your hands on those dumbbells. We're gonna be in that bear tabletop position, so flat back, knees at hover, and we're rowing. Great, thanks guys. Then from that renegade row,
guys.
in that bear position, we're gonna take it over. We are going to go into a skull crusher. I cannot do this one.
You're bridge skull crusher, you're good.
What do? I drop, right?
Wait.
That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna start with that bear renegade row. Ready? And go. I wrote the legs, Paula wrote the arms. And of course, even before class, I made her show me those. Too much combination for me. I bet we could look back in the 9 years. Oh, he's got a stuffy of Elis. 10 seconds to go. Go. And switch. We're going to that bridged skull crusher. Come on. So we go skull crusher to the top, bridge up, squeezing hamstrings, glutes, bridge. We take it to those donkey kicks in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rolling it over, tucking that dumbbell back behind that knee. Gus, come on. No. Lifting it up, slow and controlled on that release. That knee does not rest at the bottom. Gus, come over here. Come on down. Lay down. Oh. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Take that dumbbell to that other side. Same thing. 40 seconds here.
Could be a little Friday spice. Holy. We aren't messing around today.
Remember when I wrote these originally for 60 seconds? I am sweating now. and stop. 10 seconds off. Then we take it back to that tabletop bear, renegade row for 40 seconds. Ready? And go. And tabletop. Hold that hover. Row right. Making sure when you row, you're holding for that short second at the top of that row. Pull, hold, alternating that right, left, which allows us to get into those obliques, strengthening that low back as well. Less than 10 seconds, we take that skull crusher and switch. Rolling it over. Skull crusher with that bridge. Lift and squeeze, hamstrings, glutes at the top while you're stabilizing those dumbbells. Forcing that core to stabilize more through that bridge. Lift and squeeze. Keeping those elbows from rocking forward and backward through that skull crusher. Pin them towards the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. We take it to those donkey kicks. Weighted donkey kicks. I did these last week. And I always have leggings on. Have you ever done these in shorts?
Ow, yes.
It hurts so bad.
Yes, it does.
Like I could barely focus on the lift because it was like tearing my skin. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Take it over to that left side. Lift and squeeze. Holding at the top for a short second in that glute squeeze. Control that release. Lift and squeeze. Control the release, making sure those elbows aren't locked out. You're keeping that micro bend. Putting those arms to work as stabilizers. We rest in 3, 2, 1. We've got about 15 seconds off, so then we come back for our third and final round. Gus went from being like absolutely insane to he crawled up on the couch and he looked so cute.
Sure he is.
And go. Tabletop. Keep that back flat. Knees are at hover. Hold at the top of that pull for that short second, making sure that we're slowly releasing. Don't just drop that dumbbell back down to the floor. Challenging you to stay in that negative. Really challenge your body here. Pull, squeeze, controlled release. Pull, squeeze, controlled release. We take it to skull crushers with a bridge here in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Switching. Skull crusher with the bridge. And go. Skull crusher, elbows are pinned. Lift and squeeze, hamstrings, glutes. Pin those elbows. Squeeze. I want you to think about engaging those triceps in that hold as you bridge, activating that lower body. 10 seconds to go. Then we take it to those weighted donkeys. 3, 2, 1. Taking it to that weighted donkey. 40 seconds and go. Holding for a short second at the top. Lift and squeeze. Don't forget to get that hold. Micro bend through those elbows. We're not locked out. Ten seconds. We're going to take it to that other side. And switch. Dumbbell moves to that opposite side. 40 seconds here. Lift, squeeze, hold for a short second. We've got 10 seconds left. And stop. Nice job.
Oh, I am dripping.
I am too now.
Holy cow. Go ahead and take a break. We have one final group to get through. We are coming to our feet. You are going to need that band. You're also going to need one heavy dumbbell, something that's right for that good morning. So I would say around that 20 pounds, give or take. Go up if you can. If you need to go down, go down. All right, so our first one is a good morning. You can be at that chest, or you can bring it around to sit on those shoulders. Feet are wide, stretching that band. You are dropping, extending. So we drop, we extend. From there, I'm going to bring that dumbbell to that chest, or you can have it right in front of you. And we're going into a calf raise. From there, you are going into a curtsy row. May have to swap out weights for that one. So that curtsy, you're going to step behind. At the bottom of that curtsy, you're going to get that row. Tap it, step it back, row it. All right, let's do this. 3 rounds to go. Starting with that good morning. Ready? And go. So, put that dumbbell on those shoulders, pushing those hips back, feeling that stretch, standing tall through that squeeze. Soft bend through those legs as I push those hips back. As I stand tall, I am squeezing through that backside. Hamstrings, glutes. You are feeling that stretch through that band. Nice flat back. Lift and squeeze. From here, we go to that calf raise and switch. I am lowering that dumbbell. We're going into that calf raise. Again, keeping that stretch through that band. We drive through the balls of those feet, keeping that weight centered. Trying to get that 1 to 2 second hold at the top. Try not to let those heels ground. Come to hover, drive it back up into that calf raise. Hover, drive it back up. From here, we go to that curtsy to row and switch. Curtsy, row. Right leg steps back. We row, bring it to center. Step that leg back behind that front leg. Pull that dumbbell to that rib cage. Row, pulling it to that rib cage. Row, chest is open, core is tight, shoulders are square. Those glutes and that back are working simultaneously. 5 seconds, we switch. And switch. Switch hands right into it. Curtsy, row. Step to center. Curtsy, row. So now that left leg is stepping back behind that right front leg. You're pulling that dumbbell to that rib cage to get that row. Slight hold. Core stays tight. Nice job. 10 seconds. And stop. Dumbbell down. Whew.
Oh,
Yeah. We are back to that. Good morning.
I should have told him this one came with extra credit.
I did when you were letting George out. Dumbbell up above, behind, going into that good morning. Ready? And go. Feet are slightly wider than hip width apart. We're pushing those hips back. Feeling that stretch. Standing tall through that squeeze. Get into that shake. Dropping over. Squeeze, stand tall. Five seconds, we go to those calf raises. And switch. We lower that dumbbell. Again, feet stay wider than hip width apart, feeling that band. Stretch. Up, 1 to 2 second hold at the top. Driving through the balls of those feet. Keeping that weight centered. Not allowing that weight to shift forward. 10 seconds. Woo! From here we go to curtsy to row. What?
Just glad I don't have to talk for this round.
Curtsy, step it back. We row, step to center. You can get that tap, step back. Row it to center. That front leg steps back, or that leg steps back behind that front foot. Pulling that dumbbell to that rib cage. Slight squeeze. Hold at the top. Switching in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Curtsy, row. 40 seconds to finish out round 2. Finishing off that back side. Squeeze. Nice job, 15 seconds. And stop. Whew. Dumbbell down. Final round. We got this. You have 10 seconds and we're right into it. Find that heavy dumbbell for that good morning. Ready? Hips, feet are wide, and go.
This one's tough for me today.
What?
This one's tough today.
Yeah, agreed. Push those hips back. Feel that stretch. Stand tall as you squeeze, not overextending at the top. Squeeze 10 seconds. And switch. Dumbbell can come down. We're going into those calf raises. 40 seconds. Drive through the balls of those feet. Hold at the top. Keeping that resistance through that band. Slowing that breathing down for a hot second. Oh my goodness. 5 seconds. We go to that curtsy to row. And switch. Curtsy, row it. Tap at the top, right into it, that next rep. Opening that chest. Keeping that core pulled in. Shoulders stay square. Nice job, you have 10 seconds. And we switch sides to finish out. And switch. Right into that other side. Curtsy to row. Not letting up in this last 40 seconds. Focus on that lift. Pulling that dumbbell to that rib cage. We squeeze. Release. 15 seconds. Stepping it back into that curtsy. Working it through those glutes, as well as that back side. 5 seconds. And stop. Dumbbell down. That is backside today, you guys. Whew. Way to show up.
You can't feel. That was backside.
Jenny, you have the recording.
Oh yeah. Stop.